Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today at Donington Park for SCD Supercar Drivers Secret Meet. We are surrounded by some phenomenal cars and in a moment I'm going out on track here at Donington in the AMG GT Black Series. We're going to be chasing supercars and mark my words, this car is so quick. Now we're surrounded by some legendary stuff, just have a look around. There's a McLaren F1 GTR, an Aston Martin 177, a Maserati MC12, plenty of Ford GTs, Carrera GTs, all of the hybrid Trinity, and over that away we've got about 20 F40s amongst F50s, Enzos, LaFerraris, LaFerrari Apertas, you name it, they are all here today for the secret meet. Not so secret because there are probably 500 plus supercars here and there are some Formula 1 cars out on track at the moment, but very shortly it will be time for the supercar run. We need to have a quick update about the GT Black Series, which I have actually driven here before at the end of last year, plus I did a little sneaky session last night to get my eye in a bit, and let's just say it's really fast. But since the last time I was here, it's been driven at the Dubai Autodrome in Yas Marina. I like driving this car, it's what it was built for. It was a Nurburgring record car when it did its first lap, and it's phenomenal out on circuit. So let's get it all set up, let's get ready, and then it's time to drive the GT Black here at Donington during SCD's Secret Meet. I can't get my head around the paddock that we're parked in at the moment, surrounded by so many phenomenal cars. But let's talk GT Black Series before we go and chase down some supercars on track. The car is obviously set up right now for the track, so you can pull out the front splitter, you attach it in with these supports. We've obviously got the towing eye out, but it gives you just a touch more downforce by having that pulled out. We've got all of our stickers and everything ready because the GT Black Series is the ultimate track version of the AMG GT platform. We've got some Cup 2R tyres. Now, it has been drizzling slightly, and if you're, oh look, MC12 Corsa or GT1 just casually rolling by, you know, as you do. What a mad day. Cup 2R tyres, these are the ones that actually drove me at Yas Marina, so they are basically at the end of their life, don't have a whole lot of tread left, enough to enjoy a few sessions and then kind of limp back home carefully with the minimal legal tread that you require, and then from there we'll get them changed afterwards. But Cup 2Rs, you need to get some temperature in. So outlap, super gentle, super slow before the temperature's in them, and then we'll be able to go a little bit more. We did do the upgrade, so it's running 850 or so horsepower from the dyno over the standard 730. Mad numbers. But yeah, basically kind of ready to go, ready to rock and roll, ready to take this out, go have some fun here on track and see how it goes. It is time, so let's get this started. Lets me know front diffuser is pulled out. We'll go through all of the settings. But at the moment, the Ferraris are all returning. I've got my lid and I've got my gloves, so I'm going to get stuck in a bit of a Ferrari hyper convoy, which is kind of fun, infiltrate it with a Mercedes AMG. But let's get ready. We'll get the engine running for a while just to warm it all up. We'll get it into the full AMG track pace settings, but we have to go around here. I mean, literally, we've got Enzo in front of me, LaFerrari crawling by, F50 crawling by, and I'm a bit stuck. What a problem to have, stuck in a Ferrari hypercar parade. I might just sneak out, I might just go for it. Be a sneaky one. Yeah, let's do it. Let's squeeze. There's an imposter in the ranks. The number of amazing cars here is just extraordinary. F8 Spider, all of the Ferraris. I drive past a line of F40s. What is all of this? Okay, anyway, let's go all the way through to the paddock, ready for the track sessions. Now this is part of the fun as we go out into the pit lane to see all of the cars that are here. Pit lane at Donington Park, rolling past 90s F1s. Oh wow, yeah, okay. CLK GTRs. Oh, that's funny, my track telemetry thinks I'm out on track even though I'm just in the pit lane. That's not particularly helpful of it, but I'm lining up. An M2 comp behind, California T in front. It's a P1 Koenigsegg. Yeah, lots of cool cars around. It's go time then, past some more of the supercars and race cars. As we go out, we're gonna have to show wristbands. Gonna put it into manual, still got traction on for the moment. Show wristbands, all good. So the funny thing is that we're all quite bunched up, but obviously cold Cup 2's already there, feeling a little bit slidey. Let's just ease into it for a moment. Well, we've got temperature in the tyres in this car. Oh, that view is cool. At least the sunshine is out as well. I was going to say, once we get to temperature, this car has so much grip, it's just immense. Obviously got the extended splitter out, adding to all of that. Got to watch some of the pinch points around here. It's a good opportunity to just take it easy, get everything up to temps before pushing on. I think we've got a 458 challenge car up there as well. That California is leaning on. Overtaking only on the left. It's kind of him. This is where we've got all of the speed. Very past the pista. Compared to a GT4 as we go on the straight. Oh, I've got traction intervening big time there. What is the pista doing? No, it's overtaking only on the left. I'll let him go because I don't want to get tangled up in that. Through T1, I know from previous experience you just need to watch out. We're right underneath the flight path of East Midlands Airport as well, which means that you do get a slightly greasy track surface with the planes taking off overhead. I don't even know what that is in front of me. It looks cool. Go around. The collecting cars GR Yaris in front. Now is the time to chase down the 488 pista in front of me. We're still only at 50-degree tyre temps. You need to get them up to 70, 80, 90 before you're getting all of the grip from them. Tell you what, not bad though. Fun with the pista. braking is where I can catch up so easily with pretty much anything. The GT Black Series has the most phenomenal stopping power, helped massively by these Cup 2s, now at 65 or so degrees. God, the lead you can have on it. We are getting some serious pace on here. Okay, this is really cool. I'm on a cool down, and here comes the Aston Martin Vulcan. Ready for it? Okay, I think that might be the end of my cool down, because if there's a Vulcan on track, let's see what this can do. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now we've got the 458 Challenge and the Vulcan in front. Oh, this thing corners like a race car. I mean, it is a race car, except it's got a number plate on it as well. In the right set of hands, it can set some really, really fast laps. Got a busy bit of track here. Let's get out onto the straight. Tell you what, it is just fantastic how fast this thing is. I'm chasing 3 race cars. The Vulcan, the 458 Challenge, and the 570 GT4. Well, that was a fun start for my first session. Driving with the Vulcan, well, driving with the Pista before that. Some great driving with the Pista. That was really good fun. And then obviously with the Vulcan, when it came out and went by as well. Got a couple of quick looking things behind me now. As we get around here, I'll be able to pull out of the way, pull off the line, let them go through. This car is just phenomenal. It's just absolutely brilliant. Oh, I say quick looking things. Oh, this is going to be fun. We're going to go 3 wide here. What just happened? What just happened? When you get overtaken by such a mix of cars at the same time. Just got to keep my eyes on the mirrors. Let the Porsche go through. Back in the paddock, having a lot of fun. I've actually been out with the hypercar stuff that you might have seen as well, driving in the Ford GT. But it's also going to be time for another session with the GT Black Series, and I don't know which other cars are going to be out on track, but having been out myself in the Ford GT now, it will be interesting to drive this and do a little bit of a comparison between these two of the Schmiemobiles, really. Different cars, really quite different. I want to touch more on that. Anyway, let's get ourselves geared up for a nice dry sunny afternoon session in this back out at Donington. Let's do this then. Wristband check, the end of the start line. Ready for our session. Make sure they can see the bright orange. All right, we are good to go. GT2 RS. Let's get ready to get some heat back in the tyres. They're all down to ambient temperature, mid-20s, so it will be pretty slidey. You can even feel it there already. While we get it warmed back up for some more action. gosh, getting straight back in here after the Ford GT, like I said, that's one of the fascinating things to talk about. The braking in here is one of the most phenomenal elements of it. Yeah, it is super conscious of tyre temps until they've warmed up a little bit more. Popping and banging like crazy. So I'm going to turn it into race mode. So we've only been running in Sport Plus so far. Just dial it up that extra notch further. Go past the McLaren. Behind the little Metro that's only geared to 100 miles an hour. Through the chicane. McLaren 650S Spider. They're gonna now it's round. Or so miles per hour there on the entry to the chicane straight. Got a bit of traction kicking in, so we'll put that into sport handling mode. Not going to turn it all the way off, even though we've got the variable drift control in the AMG GT, like in the GTR, but this will do. So much grip out of there. Brakes are just mega. Oh wow, F40 coming out in front of us. The only time you're allowed on the right hand side of somebody is there at the pit exit. Kind of them to give us the indicator nod. They knew we were coming. Got the little Radical behind, so I'm going to give them space to go flying through. I mean, that's not really fair, is it? That thing's just so much faster than any road car. Realistic road car, let's say. It's not quite the same. Got a bit of a line of cars in front of us. Bit of a busy track here. This is where you'll see the difference between a fast car, like the GT4 and the M2, and a really fast car, especially under the brakes. into the chicane. There and have a cool down. This car is phenomenally fast. I think my ideal laps are, 140 basically. And if I can do that in here, a pro can get this around here really fast. Really, really, really fast. But these tyres are now going to be end of life. So we'll coast it back round, let everything cool down. We're not over temperature or anything like that, which is just really impressive. Go out and do so many laps, 7 laps, and keep it running. I'm not too worried about the tyres, knowing that they're going anyways. But yeah, it's just phenomenal. We need to have a little bit more of a recap on how they actually stack up, because they're quite different driving experiences. Around here, this is a lot of fun. It's a serious piece of kit. Really, really serious piece of kit. Whew, good times. We're parked back up. I'm a little bit shaky because the GT Black Series is so fast and the fans are still very much running. It does this because of the new positioning of the radiator and the coolers up front. It has to run them more aggressively to bring it back down to temperatures. So that's actually normal, even though it sounds like it's pretty crazy. But while we've got the two cars here and having now driven them back to back effectively, the difference between the two. So the Ford GT just feels so agile, so light on its toes, so communicative in the sense of when it's about to slightly break out and when it wants to slide around and when it wants to move. It's just a little bit more responsive and lighter. Whereas the GT Black Series is just a phenomenal weapon. It doesn't give you the same level of response and feedback, but it goes around the track so quickly. And yes, it's quicker than the GT. The power in the straights, but also, and two areas I think of interest. The first is on corner 1, T1. It's a difficult corner and it just feels so much more planted. But then there's also an area on the track coming out of the hairpin where it gets very light, and this wants to let the back go. It just wants to go, whereas that, you're straight back on the power and off you shoot, done, easy. So no question, the GT Black Series will set the faster laps between these two cars. I mean, it is 200 horsepower more, so let's be real, 200 horsepower is very big. It's a bit heavier, but not a crazy amount heavier. But what's phenomenal is how fast that lets you go around a racetrack. You jump in it and it's just off you go. But then you go the other way and you drive it on the road and it's wonderful. Now, all being well, that might be the last video with that car here in the UK for a while, and more on that will come very soon. But for the time being, we need to de-rig it, split it back in, towing eye back out, and basically get the car ready for the journey back on home. So thank you very much for watching. The Supercar Driver Secret Meet has been beyond fabulous. I can't get my head around how absurd it is to have this many amazing cars and some of the cars that were in the Hypercar Parade. So if you haven't checked that video, please do. But for some laps of the GT Black Series, good times. Good times. I've actually driven it here on 3 different days now, that car. I like the circuit in the GT Black. I like it a lot. Anyway, more circuits to be driven. But that's it for this time. Thank you again to you guys for watching and for all of your support. Thank you to the team at Supercar Driver SCD for putting on a wonderful event. But that's it for this time, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.